In this example, you are required to sample a processing area. You should stand outside of the processing area, and in your head decide a line for what is inside the processing area, and what is outside the processing area. You should have already washed your hands with soap and dried them using a hand wash basin that is outside of the processing area. You should also sanitize your hands. You should have the container you prepared earlier with your soaked boot swabs in diluent handy. Make sure the lid is loose so you can easily get it off. Sanitize your hands again and put on sterile gloves. Once you have your gloves on, you will then put on a pair of white plastic boot covers. Stand outside of the line and put the boot cover on over your shoe. To prevent contaminating it, make sure to place your foot down inside of the processing area. You then put on the second boot cover. You do this by bringing your foot from outside the processing area to inside the processing area as you put the boot cover on. Now that you are inside the processing area, you will not step outside the processing area until the boot swabbing is done. Bring your prepared boot swabs in the container into the processing area. Put the boot swabs on your feet. It is vital that the blue swabs do not touch your trousers or shoes and that they stay within the confines of the white plastic boot covers. When you have your 2 boot swabs on, you are ready to start sampling the area. To recap, when entering the processing area, make sure you decide on a line that is the entry point to the processing area to be sampled. Wash and sanitize your hands. Put on white plastic boot covers one at a time. These are used to prevent contamination of the blue boot swabs from your shoes. Place your feet one at a time in the processing area once the white boot covers are on. And finally then put on the boot swabs once you are inside the processing area.